I'm sorry, Glenn, gentlemen, time's expired on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Chair recognizes, who's next? Ms. Simon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record a January 6, 2026 article from the New York Times, Health Department to freeze $10 billion in funding to 5 Democratic states.
Without objection to order.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate us having this conversation, and I do apologize to our witnesses. Being in the last briefing took us out of this space, but you coming here to provide us some opportunity to discuss this is important, because I think it is true. We have to recognize that fraud is fraud, and theft is theft. And anybody, and I say anyone, who takes away food out of the mouths of children, who denies child care to women, particularly young women, who are going to school and working and doing everything right, who need a little hand up. I don't know who in here has had to walk their baby to childcare and go to school full-time and work full-time as a young mom. I know I did. And I know that I received, but 27 years ago, child care stipends. So we can be mad at the criminals in every state, including your state, who took resources from children. But I also want to go back to the unanimous consent that I just talked about. I think we don't have to go too far back, maybe 2 days, to recognize that the President of the United States and the administration is halting billions of dollars now, billions of dollars to child care providers and centers around this country. In fact, I have a story that we just received in my office. We heard today that there needs to be accountability. But what about accountability to a young woman that we talked to today in our office who was told by her child care center, and she is going to school full-time at the local community college, that the President of the United States will be halting all funding, and within 6 weeks, she may not have an opportunity to continue her studies because guess what? There's a party in power that wants to punish the poor, not just in Democratic states, but all over the country. The reducing of SNAP benefits, the shocking taking away of resources from sick children, the halting, and I'll say it again, the stopping of clinical trials for sick babies. What we will do as Democrats is acknowledge that fraud is fraud. What we will not do is allow a conversation to go on to problematize immigrants in this country writ large. Can you imagine a society where we took the wrong of a small few and relegated that wrong to a whole community? Well, that's what we're doing here today, not just in Minnesota, but now accusing thousands and thousands of child care providers all over the country before they get their day in court, proposing that they, in fact, shouldn't be taking care of kids across the country. I think it's shocking. This story that I want to end my quick testimony with, Nancy Harvey, she's a child care provider in Oakland, California, where I represent a beautiful constituency. She's in my congressional district. Nancy has been a long-term child care provider, an advocate for early care and education for our babies, no matter who their parents vote for. Services that we know that are critical for every child, every child. Collective punishment is what the folks across the aisle want to do. We know it's wrong, it's reckless, and the Trump administration, we believe, must immediately reverse course so that families have access to vital federal funds that they are entitled to. Because you have a party that says they want everyone to work in this country. You want everyone to do their fair share. And yet, because we are so angry at a small few folks who, in fact, broke the law, that we want to create a collective punishment for all poor people, working families who are trying to do their best. I don't have any questions because they have been answered. This is a politic of cruelty. This is a politic of anti-family. This is a politic of anti-poverty. And for someone who grew up in poverty. I know how it feels when you wait and wait and wait to just get a chance to do better. And folks who've never met you, talk to you, believe in you or love you, are telling you you are not worth it. That is what this administration is doing to millions of children because of this halting of funding. And I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. Chair recognizes Mr. Higgins from Louisiana.